Hello, 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 everybody. I'm going to get everybody a chance to come on in this room. As you can see, I am so super duper 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 excited about tonight. Oh my God, y'all better get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. So I'm going to do some housekeeping while I'm waiting on y'all. I'm going to go and share everywhere. Let's see. Share everywhere. There we go. So we edit in privacy because I see it was on private, honey. It was on private. So nobody would have seen it. Not one person. It was on private. There we go. So we about to share everywhere. Share into the groups. Share so everybody can get all of these gems, these nuggets, these diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Okay. Let's go ahead and share. I'm going to share there. Share into the Speak Life prayer and Bible study. There we go. Girl's best friend. Okay. So yeah, I see that is the trick. You have to turn. Hi. Okay. I see you coming in. Come on into the room and let me share on your page. Let me share on your page right now on my friend's page. Hello. I see y'all coming on in. All right. Come on in the room, y'all. Tonight, this is going to be so amazing. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so awesome. It is your girl tonight, Laticia Nicole Beatty, the Transformational Evangelist. And I am here tonight with a special guest for Transformational Tuesday. And so even though we can have a transformational day every day, Laticia Nicole has picked Tuesday. So she can come out here and bring her transformational friends that are doing wonderful things, amazing things in the space of transformation. All right. So tonight, you guys, I want y'all to hear me. I want y'all to hear me real good. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on, because I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to get every nugget. And those of you that are going to be listening to the replay, listen, you're going to be blessed. But like I said, my name is Laticia Nicole Beatty. I am your transformational evangelist. And you guys know that I established Speak Life Enterprise to serve women and girls who feel stuck in their lives because of rejection and fear and depression and mental illness and post-traumatic syndrome. And tonight, I'm going to bring a special guest tonight. You guys, I call her Renee, but you guys can call her wonderful or amazing or, woman of God. She is awesome. She's special. I met her in Detroit, Michigan, and we just immediately clicked. Okay. She's a motivational keynote speaker. Rena Cooper works with individual organizations to assist them from a place called stuck. You see it? Stuck. That's right. People can work together that do the same thing. Okay. Because we're different people and we do it differently. And she's amazing, helping them through triggers associated with trauma, connecting them with them in such a way that becomes confident that no matter what they have been through, they can bounce back. Okay. Bounce back beauty. That's what I'm going to give you tonight. Cause you guys, you're going to see why she is amazing, and they can make an influential, positive impact in their lives they are connected to. She mentors with passion, guiding her clients to effectively understand their why. Y'all gonna hear about that too. And it's so good. And push through purpose and destiny. You guys, I just can't wait but to bring her up. I know she's going to tell you a lot of things about herself, and I can't wait till you hear from her, because like I said, she grabbed my heart the moment I met her, and then just talking to her and just being connected to her, even though, like you hear, we help people to get unstuck out of their mess, out of their trauma. And I love when I have sisters and friends that become sister friends, and we do the same things, and we can work together. No competition in Christ, no competition with our gifts, right? And so I'm going to bring her up, this amazing woman of God. Come on to the stage. How you doing?
Hello, my love. How are you? I sound like Rachel
I,
Ray, right? Hello,
oh
my
Lord,
love. Hello, my love. I hope
that's
she's
all
like it.
right. That's okay. She is. I bet you she gonna watch it. She's gonna watch it. She gonna support you. You know that. But I wanted to bring you up here because you're doing so many amazing things. You're getting out there. You're getting known. You're helping people. You're blessing people with stages to walk on, and so they can share their stories and give God glory. I'm excited about that. And honey, but I just want you to be a blink of beauty right now. I need you to just blink for him tonight. Just blink.
I was
Mm-hmm.
waiting for this moment. I was waiting for this moment.
Go ahead and blink, baby. She
Y'all,
got on the
y'all,
nails.
y'all don't know nothing about this Laticia Nicole lashes. Let me help you out. Baby, they got me looking
Oh,
all cute and feeling all pretty.
oh, you look beautiful. You look
Thank you so
beautiful.
much. Thank you,
Well,
sis,
you know
for
what?
having me.
I want you to tell them. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor and a privilege, first of all, to be here. Yeah, I don't know. I thought we was just gonna have a conversation. Sis, are you making this difficult for me? So she didn't really introduce me, so I guess I'll introduce myself. So here we go. My name is Renee. I hail from outside the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Thank you all for joining in with us tonight. I really do appreciate you all. I am an author, a coach, an influencer, motivational speaker, both domestically and internationally. Thank you. My books are international as well. I am a 15-year domestic abuse survivor, 4-time suicide attempt survivor, and I survived being gunned down in front of my home 13 years ago. Yes, I said gunned down. I was shot 4 times in my lower back. My story and my miracle about being that was I was paralyzed for 2.5 days, up walking by the 5th day, out of the hospital by the 8th day. All of my vital organs were hit except for my heart. And as you can see, I could jump around a little bit. I'm not paralyzed. I'm here. I'm smiling. And even after everything I've been through, I just know, one, I'm a woman of great faith, just like Laticia is. And I know that without any of this, without God, none of this would be possible. That's first and foremost. But secondly, because of even though what I've been through, there's no way I feel that I should look like I've been through or act like I've been through something, because I'm still here. I'm still breathing. One of the biggest epiphanies that I got last year was and this was after talking to somebody years ago that I had dated, and they kept saying, well, if it's really about you, hey, Lachelle, and hey, Sandra, if it's really about you, then why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? Hey, Rachel Ray Johnson, why weren't you this? Why weren't you that? And it just really kind of resonated with me to say that, you know what? I had an epiphany. It wasn't about me. And what I came to the understanding of thinking was, if I try to take my life 4 times, and apparently I'm a failure at taking my life, I suck pretty much at killing myself, right? And in the midst of that, someone attempted to take my life, came and stood over me, shot me 4 times, and walked away, and I'm still here. There's no reason that I need to be sad. There's no reason why I need to be depressed. There's no reason why I need to act like that the world is coming to an end. Don't get me wrong. I do not I don't walk in, I'm just like everybody else. I have good days, I have bad days. However, when I think about everything that I've been through, and truly my good days definitely outweigh my bad days. My baddest day was laying in a grass, thinking that I was not going to see the rest of the next 2 minutes of my life were not going to be there, thinking that I had expired, making peace with God, and understanding that this was a possibility that I wasn't going to be able to see my mom again. I wasn't going to be able to see my father again. My sister was the last person that was holding me. She literally was the last person I laid eyes on, other than the ambulance driver, before I went in under surgery. So while you're laying there in the grass thinking about these things and you make peace with it, for me to be here today, to be able to tell my story, share my story, be able to help other people overcome triggers of trauma, be able to go around the world and tell my story, share my story, write books to help people come out of different places. It's nothing but a blessing. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be on your platform. I'm so
Thank
grateful.
you.
And I just thank
So
you.
I want you to stop right there. And you ran. I
Did
didn't
you
want you
told
to
me
run
to?
there. I didn't want you to run right then and there, but I'm glad you did. It is well on my soul and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. It is well. And so, but once you start running, I didn't want to stop you. I was what I was definitely was saying was, I just wanted them just to hear your voice and say hello to you, and it is well, it is okay because you told your story better than anybody else can. And you definitely, it's so wonderful how even when you can come into a space and a place, and before even open up your mouth, you can see that you have the beauty of God on you, and you have the beauty of life. And now they had a chance to hear that, not once but twice. The enemy tried to take your life away from you, but God said no. And not even you could have taken your own life, and he definitely not going to let nobody else take it, right? And so when I hear your story and I see your beautiful face, and I know so many women, and I too, I have written books about domestic violence, right? Unsilenced Faces of Domestic Violence, and shared stories and allowed women to share their stories. And unlike us, some women didn't get out, right? Some people didn't get out alive. And so when people hear our stories and they're actually still in it, they can contact you, they can read your book, they can, they can read our books and figure out a way out safely. And then they can look at you and get hope. Right. So even looking at you now, just feeling hopeful to say, you know what, listening to her, I can get out. I can get out. I don't have to take my life. I don't have to slice my wrist the right way to get out of this relationship, and believe God that He can deliver me. Right. And so even and I heard some things that you were speaking of. We're listening. Those that are listening right now, we're binding depression, oppression, and suppression right now in the name of Jesus, because you're looking at a miracle. Look at her. Ain't she beautiful? You're looking at a miracle right now, and she beat depression. So can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Sure. Again, like I was saying, I'm not perfect. I do have good days. I do have bad days. There was a struggle, definitely after coming out of it, because I was that's my godmama. Hey, Miss Faye. I was definitely, you think about, first of all, being in an abusive relationship, period. But I was married to my abuser. And just for a sidebar and a quick disclaimer, my abuser was not the person who shot me. However, I do say it and I repeat it several times. I do believe, however, he had something to do with it. It was not proven. However, that's just what I'm going to go with. That's my truth. Um, but being in a marriage where, like, you think about it, people get married. We don't get married because we want to be miserable. We get married because we want to enjoy life. I mean, I've watched you and your husband. You all are living your best lives. It looks, I mean, again, I know being married, I know there are things behind closed doors that you may not share. I know there are ups and downs within a marriage, especially you all being together over 14 years. However, we don't get married to be miserable. We don't get married to have bad relationships. We don't get married to be abused, mishandled, mistreated, or any of that. So when I got married, even though I seen the signs of abuse before, my prayer was that my ex-husband would change. My prayer was that the person who I fell in love with, the person who told me he loved me in the beginning, was somebody who was going to be better and was going to change, and we were going to get this marriage thing right. Did not happen like that. I suffered from depression all throughout my marriage. I gained a considerable amount of weight while I was married. I went from like a size 12, 14, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
16 when I first got married, to up to like a 26, 28 by the time I got put out of my home. So I knew I was eating wrong. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't caring. I literally was just living, meaning I was getting up going
Mm.
to work. I was doing what I had to do to survive. I paid my part of the bills and things like that. I did not enjoy my marriage. I did not enjoy relations with my ex-husband. All of that became a null point. And when I got to the part of me, I felt like it got to a part where it was one part in my marriage where I stood up for myself. It was the first time I defended myself. We literally got into an altercation, meaning that it wasn't this time where he was just actually hitting me. I fought back. And in me
Mm-hmm.
fighting back, um, this side of my face, my left side of my face was totally like abused. I mean, bruised. It was almost like he broke my jaw. And after that, I just decided. And when I came up from that, one of the things he said to me was, if you're not scared of me anymore, then maybe I should hurt your family. So the first thing in my mind was, I need to disconnect him from me and my family. And the only way I can see fit is if I leave this earth. Those were the last 2 times I decided or tried to take my life. And the other times were in my adolescence. That's a whole nother thing. But from 2006 to 2008, when he put me out of my home, I tried twice. And I think after that last time, I think I got frustrated with myself. I got frustrated with God. And I was like, okay, it's heir apparent that I'm not going to be able to get out this the way I want to. So we need to find another exodus. Well, I don't know how we're going to get this exodus, but I need to go. So I tried to find other jobs. I tried to do different things, even in the midst of my depression. I really didn't come up out of my depression. I could honestly be truthful, probably until, I don't know, maybe 6 years after my divorce.
Stop right there. I want to know. So you said maybe 6 years after your divorce. Somebody's watching right now. They're listening to your story, and they see this beautiful butterfly and don't even understand how the cocoon had and the transformation, and how can you just give them just some of the things that you did to help you break through
first of all,
depression?
6 years I was a fraud. I could do this. I could put on a face. I could put on a mask. I could have imposter syndrome forever. I'm still good at sometimes doing it. Of course, when you get in front of, I believe, being a minister, you sometimes, when you don't feel like being in front of the people, you realize you have to do whatever you have to do to make things happen, especially when you can't say no, or you can't count out, or people are expecting you to show up. And there were several times in those 6 years that, one, I didn't want people to really know what I was going through. I wanted people to think I had it all together. I didn't want my family and my friends to worry about me. When I began to have, for lack of better words, breakdowns, moments of like depression, like where I would lock myself in my house for months, whereas I would literally just function and go to work or come home, and some days wouldn't even go to work. I had to have a conversation with God. And a couple people I know, not quite a few people I know, that were literally like praying for me and holding me up in a place of prayer. I felt their prayers, and I knew I couldn't keep living like that. So what did I do? I went to the Word of God. I prayed some more myself. I began to just force myself to get up out the bed, force myself to have conversations. Truth be told, I actually literally went to get professional help. I'm not going to take away from professional help. That's very, very important, especially coming out of situations such as myself. I advise professional help. I've learned that psychiatrists, psychotherapists, they're to help you deal with your past, help you to deal with current situations, kind of, sort of. A coach, such as myself, I'm here to help you understand that you've been able to get through your past, but now let's focus on getting you into your future. Let's focus on what's keeping you right here, keeping you stuck in your present. But let's focus on getting into this future, because the future is so much brighter. I tell people, the darkest days, or even being in a tunnel, there's always some speck of light. Even if you close your eyes, if you sit still long enough, there'll be, I don't know if it's memory recall, I don't know how our minds are made up, but there'll be some type of flash of light. It's not complete darkness. I love you too, Miss Faye. There's not complete darkness, even though we think it's dark. Our pupils and our eyes adjust, but if you sit in a dark room long enough and you look around, there's always going to be a glimmer of light. I call that a glimmer of hope. And if you walk towards that light, if you walk towards that pinhole, if you're in a tunnel or anything like that, it eventually gets bigger. If you open your eyes and realize that what's in front of you doesn't have to be like that, we have to make conscious decisions and choices. We have to have a mindset of change and wanting to want better for ourselves. And with that being said, I had to snap out of it. I had to want better for myself. I had to change me, because nobody was going to change me. As much as, even when I got the professional help, after a while, I realized there were certain things that he couldn't even help me through anymore, that I had to dig down in my own well and realize that One of my favorite sayings or quotes, and I contributed to one of my coaches' friends. His name is Kevin Knox. And when he said this to me, it resonated with me so much, and I say it all the time now. I was purpose before I was a person. Meaning that before my mother and father even got together, even before they were created, even before their parents were created, and so on, so on, so on, I was in God's thought process. I was in his imagination. So I had earth before I was even born. So if that's the case, I know that God has given me everything that I need down on the inside of me to succeed in whatever I need to do in life. So what I had to realize that I need to go inside of me, figure out what it is I need to do, pull on that strength along with Bible scriptures, along with talking with the Lord, along with also now beginning to lean on my mentors, such as my godmother and my spiritual mother who's on here, Miss Faye, and begin to lean on them and understand that I didn't have to do this by myself. I didn't have to be alone. And in the process of me, even though there are some things I have to do by myself, in the process of me doing that, I still can gain strength and do everything I need to do and be okay. Is everything perfect now? I would be lying if I said yes, because we don't live in a perfect world. We're not perfect beings. However, I can see more good, whereas I used to see all bad. I can see more positivity.
My God. Okay.
Word of negative all the time. My mind's constantly negative.
Stop right there.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm glad you said that. I've been waiting for the word mindset. The word mindset. So when you finally, and I know we can quote scriptures all day, right? Not about the patterns of the world would be transformed by the renewing of our minds, and so we can test and approve what God perfect, pleasing, and what is it, good will for us, right? But listening to you, and he said, I had to change my mindset. We always talk about other people's mindset. No, they mindset messed up. They mind. When did you say to yourself, honey, your mind ain't right?
We talk to self all the time, man.
Come on.
I'll be like, self say, huh? I'll be like, well, something ain't right today. Self be like, well, what is it? I don't know. Well, you need to figure it out, because I'm just here, because I'm just self. Hey, Rick, I see you down there. I love you, bro. Thank you so much for being here. For me, it's been a couple times, because what I have to tell people all the time, and it happened when I was in a relationship, and I believe because of my negativity, it caused it to kind of perish. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, but after coming back and realizing, even though I'm responsible for my own part of the relationship, that person had to be responsible for their own part. And what happens is, in relationships, we forget to give people grace. We forget to give people grace and mercy. And what you fail to realize is, I'm an ever evolving person. I'm not the same person I was when I woke up this morning, Laticia.
Keep talking. Go ahead.
You not either. I'm not the same person I was before I got on this live with you. I'm not the same person I was. What time is it? 23 minutes ago, before the live started, when you invited me on the stage. I constantly change. It's just like a caterpillar being in a cocoon. They're evolving and changing inside until they emerge out of the cocoon. But what people fail to realize is, I don't know why you expect me, or even me, why I expect me to be the same person and expect the same thing without realizing that change is occurring. And even as much as I may want to stay the same, the world, the situations themselves are not going to allow us to be the same. There are 4 seasons in the year. And I can tell you right now, this spring is not going to be like last year's spring. This past winter was not like last year's winter. I know I could give a perfect example. People in Texas, for the last, I think, 2 years, maybe, or maybe just this year, they've had the worst weather ever, to whereas it's shut them down completely, where they've lost power, where they couldn't go anywhere. They were actually stuck in the house, and it had nothing to do with the pandemic, because of the weather, because ice storms, roads closing, because they don't know how to deal with that type of weather in Texas. It was a catastrophe. However, they weren't ready for the change. But when the change happened, they had to adapt. So I don't understand why we as people, we as individuals, where we're in relationships, not any type of relationship, interpersonal relationship, girlfriend, best friend relationships, parent-children relationships. People are constantly changing. And just as you watch your child evolve, your child goes from a baby to adulthood. You do not expect that child when he turns 18 to still act like he was when he was 2. So I don't understand why, if I'm now 50, you expected me to act the same way I was at 21.
Wait a minute, how old?
50, well, I'm 51.
Wait a minute, say that again.
Excuse me, I'm 51.
You look amazing.
Thank you so
You
much.
look amazing. I want you also to tell everyone. I hear you talk about books. I'm hearing you talking about, telling your story and, traveling the world. And so, like I told her before we started, I said, this is about edification. And I know she was like, what? Like, okay, yeah, we are. No, I'm here to edify you. I'm here to edify you. And I'm so proud of you and all the things that you're doing. And let me tell you, I know with elevation there comes turbulence. And so yeah. And I also know that when you're out here like this, everybody don't like to see you shine. So what I want to do, if I can shine the light even brighter on you, the light that you already have, I know God is pleased, because it's just more souls that's going to be saved. It's going to be more people that's going to be healed, delivered, and set free. It's going to be more people to see that women can work together. It's going to be more people to see that we can be unified as one and collaborate and not compete. Right. So I want you to tell them about your books, about where you're speaking. Yeah, I got books. Yeah, I just had one to come out. Right. I want to hear about you. I want to hear about your books. Where can we buy your book? How can we support you? All right. So I'm about to leave from here right now, and then I want to hear that from you. All right.
Yes. Thank you. Well, thank you very much again, Laticia. I appreciate you opening your platform up to me. So my first book is Assassination Avoided, Destiny Defined. Like I said in my introduction, or maybe I didn't, I am a 3-time international best-selling author by way of Amazon. And my first book is about my survival of being gunned down, my survival of domestic abuse, the ins and outs of my relationships, my own hiccups or things that I did in the relationship as well, things that I could have looked out for. And then I also give signs in the back of the book that people can look for in any part of relationship, because we know, and if you don't know, abuse is not just between interpersonal partners, meaning male, female, marriages, whatever relationship. It could be child abuse, it could be elderly abuse. All of those things fall under abuse. And I look for signs, especially when you're dealing with narcissistic people or narcissistic tendencies or narcissistic relationships. So I use street signs. I think street signs, they're a way of life. We have to adhere to them. If we don't, there could be catastrophe. So I resonate or use street signs in my demonstrations. My second book, which Rick is talking about in the comments, is When Did I Stop Loving You?, which is a book after I came out of another relationship that I thought and believed that was my last relationship. And it may have been, because right now that's a whole nother story for another day. But anyway, I realized, like I was saying before, we forget to give people grace, but we forget to give ourselves grace. And I had learned, even though I could give all this love out, I stopped loving Renee. And I had to learn how to love me again. I had to be concerned with who I was and what I was doing. So with the help of my best friend, we sat down and I had to ask myself the very difficult questions about how did I feel about myself? When did I stop liking myself? Why don't I like myself? I had to do some self reflection. And in this book, I wrote in the book, but however, I also give you room and space in the book to actually reflect about yourself. And I give tips and tools at the end about the book as well. And it's really kind of cool. Rick was really excited about it. I was on his show as well, and I really do appreciate him. But what blessed me was I have a client who I'm coaching, and she purchased my book when I spoke at Roosevelt University in Chicago, Illinois, about a month ago. And when I met with her for the first time, she's like, oh my God, I love this book. I done wrote in this book. And I promise you, y'all, she had the book and like she had opened up the book. This is just an example, but she had highlighted and like wrote all in the book and how it was helping her already, and we hadn't even spoken. So those are my books. I'm really excited about them. I am an international speaker as well. I've spoken in Cancun and Jamaica, but the blessing was this year being able to go across a large body of water, the Atlantic to be exact, and I was able to speak in Paris, France. So I was excited about that. Repeat the titles again. You're making me struggle. You know I ain't got my glasses on, Rachel Ray Johnson, but I saw that. Thank you so much. So the first book is Assassination Avoided, Destiny Defined. These books are both on Amazon. And the second book is When Did I Stop Loving You? The first book has a black cover with the words on it, like purple smoke. The second book, you'll be able to know exactly who it is because it's graced with my faces. It has two faces on the book. So you'll know that they're by me. Please follow me. I am in the process of possibly considering working on a third book. I got people pushing me for that. But the thing that I'm most proud of right now, and which I really connected with Laticia when we talked after I bought these wonderful lashes, I was telling her what I was up to because we were just having a conversation. And I told her about this tour that I decided to do. The Level Up 2022 tour is in full effect, you all. Last year I did a tour. Thank you, Mama. Last year I did a tour, and it was just to help 6 friends of mine. We were actually people. One of the persons felt kind of bad about a particular platform they were on that was canceled, and they just really felt like they weren't going to get themselves out there. And I'm somebody who believed that some things we just have to do ourselves. As much as we may want to be on other people's platforms, as much as we want to do whatever have you, if you don't know how to do it, you have to create your own. And I've always been one who has had a creative mind. I think it's being a water sign. I'm not really into astrology, but I do read about them sometimes. And I do believe some of the things that they say about certain things about mindset when it comes to certain signs. And I'm a water sign, and I'm very creative mentally. And so I sat down and I got with these people, and people just started coming on. But at first I limited to just 7 people because I didn't know what we had in our hands. So we did 3 cities last year. To be perfectly honest with you, I was kind of disappointed in a couple cities, but that's neither here nor there. At the last city, I had such a great response, and so many people told me what I had in my hand was a gold mine, that after fighting myself in the first quarter of the year, I got with 2 of my confidants and coaches, and that we sat down and I made the conscious decision to level up 22 with a spin on it, totally different. This time, Level Up 2022 is for emerging and inspiring speakers. People like the person who says that people who, like the first person said, they didn't have a platform, didn't know how to get one, don't have the finances to get on some of these other platforms that can be astronomically high. I am somebody who truly believes that if you have a gift, that it should be shared while you're also being taught, trained, and coached on the speaking arena, how to get your content out there, how to get your speech in line, how to get your branding and marketing together. So we have a wonderful platform, whereas I have coaches on board. Laticia is one of them. I have 2 other magnificent coaches, K Monique and also Rachel Ray Johnson, who's watching the broadcast now. And we have packages with photography. We're going to teach you how to speak. We have 5 cities that we're going to this year: Baltimore, Maryland; Jackson, Mississippi; Chicago, Illinois; Charlotte, North Carolina; and Atlanta, Georgia. I'm looking for 10 to 15 speakers per city. We're already at the halfway mark for most cities. Everybody's not doing all cities, and you're not required to do all cities. What this is I want to give people a platform, whereas if you could not travel to all of the cities, if you could find the city that you're closest to and get there, all you have to do is pay a very minimal fee, and all the other things are added services that I've gotten people to discount because they believe in me. They've partnered with me. You can't have everything in Free for Life, and I wish I had Tyler Perry's money or Oprah Winfrey's money, but even they don't give away stuff for free. Just my heart posture was different. However, if you're looking for a platform and you want to start speaking, or you want training, or if you just want to connect with us, maybe not for 2022, but everybody keeps telling me this is going to go on into the future years. that you could just partner with me, just please reach out to me and I can give you all the information. But we're excited. Baltimore, Maryland is our first stop, June 25th, and it's already lit. We're in the process of completing the contract with the actual venue this week. And so contracts and all that other stuff is going out. So I'm really excited. So thank you.
You are so welcome. Oh my God. I'm just sitting over here smiling so hard. I can't wait to see you guys. Um, I want you to tell them how to contact you. And we have already heard how to support you. I want to put your website out there. And matter of fact, I know, Ray, can you put her website out there so they can get it? Everybody can get it. I want everybody to know.
My website I'm working on, and
Okay.
I'm updating it. It's out there. You can contact me through the page, but I'm working on it. It's www.yrenacooper. That's YRENACOOPER.com. You can always reach me on Facebook under my author page is Rena Cooper. However, my regular page, if you just type in Rena Cooper, again, that's RENACOOPER, even though it says Rena on the page, Rena Cooper is the way to find me that way. Instagram, which is somewhere I'm trying to become familiar with, is at y.Rena Cooper. And I don't really do Twitter and everything else. I'm trying to get back into that stuff. And I know I need to be on LinkedIn, but however, those are the best ways to reach out to me. And then you can always message me through Messenger. If you find me on Facebook, look me up. I appreciate it. I think Laticia has tagged me in this video, or if not, she's going to tag me afterwards. So you all can click on the link and just go directly to me. And that's the best way to contact me. I'm open to just making new followers and seeing what people want to do and see who I can help in coaching. Come out of a place called Stuck.
Amen. Amen. So I'm excited. Like I said, please follow her, support her. She has a beautiful light. I'm thankful for her and support and follow people that are commenting. I mean, what I love about everyone that's here is that they all serve a purpose and they all have their own assignments, and we all can work together in some capacity. We all can water plants, right? And sometimes we may need to be watered ourselves. So again, I thank you for joining me every Tuesday. Going forth, I'm having a special guest here on Facebook Live. If you have a transformational story that you would like to share, please contact me at LaticiaNicole.com or Speak Life, Laticia Nicole on Instagram or Laticia Nicole on Facebook. And going forth, we also have some healing toxic habits for those of you healing toxic habits. We have some authors that will be coming and talking about what toxic habits they had to heal. So we can help people transform out of that place called stuck, out of that place called depression, oppression, suppression, out of that place called pity. I want you all to know that you're not pitiful, you're powerful, and you can tell your story. You can tell your story. And I want to thank you for telling your story. I was just letting her know. Oh yeah, thank you so much. I just
remember, I do have a couple copies. Hold on one second.
Yes. So while she's doing that, okay, hold on, while she's doing that, I'll let you guys in on something. I'm really excited and when we leave here, I'll actually be teaching hundreds of people from Pakistan tonight. It's like in the morning where they are, about the Holy Spirit. So this is why it's so important for us to come out here and talk about what we do and how we do it, right? And so here she go. If you could tell them about your book and how to find it, and then thank them.
This is Assassination of What Destiny Defined, like I told you. It has the purple smoke on it. It's actually a target right here, like a bullseye. So that's how you'll find it. So if you can see that. And then the one that Rick is really excited about is this one. This is basically, like I said, it was me trying to find myself again. So this is the sad me and the depressed me and the not really caring about what I look like me and all that other stuff. And then that's the glammed up me, somebody who enjoys life, live life on the cutting edge, because I'm very daring. I do stuff at the drop of a hat, I'm like, I'm all for it. You say you want to do something and try it. 9 times out of 10, I'm your girl. I'll try something once, as long as, even if it's to the point where I think I might even die, because I've already lived it. I'm just excited. I've jumped out of a perfectly good airplane. It ain't too much I won't try doing.
Well, I'm excited that I was able to have you on here tonight and was really able to feel really good about spending time and learning about and meeting my sisters in Detroit. What up, though, to everybody that's from Detroit, Michigan, like myself, living in North Carolina, but I'm a Detroit girl, I tell you. So it was good to be in that cold with y'all and all that snow and with warm hearts. So again, please contact her, support her, follow her, learn about what she's doing. And like I said, we all can support one another. It's about collaboration. That's what I love about what she was doing. I say, hey, however I can help, wherever I can be, I'll help. And so thank you so much. I love you. Do you have lasting words that you would like to leave for them tonight? I'm over here like, oh my God, I might have to pull you in one night for some Pakistan, but go ahead. I'm about to, I'll relieve myself. Hold on. Go ahead.
I just like to say it's only one quote. Like I say, I always leave people. I'm about to learn the second quote by Eleanor Roosevelt, but I haven't learned it yet or mastered it yet, so I don't want to mess it up. But the quote I know is, the best thing you could do is understand that regardless of what you're going through, you do have purpose. So if you realize that you were purpose before you were a person, it'll help you get through so much stuff, because why, God has given you everything that you ever need to succeed down on the inside of you. You just got to search it out and use it to the best of your ability. So again, Laticia Nicole, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You
This
are
is an
so
honor.
welcome. You're so welcome. Uh-oh. Yeah, some feedback. And you guys, I want you to remember to love with the love of the love and forgive like you want to be forgiven. And remember, every day is a present. All right. And those of you that are on Clubhouse, Speak Life Network is on Clubhouse. We pray every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've been praying consistently for what, not going on 9 years. It's not what you do occasionally. It's what you do consistently that will get you results. So prayer changes things. For those of you guys that would like to learn more about me and to come on this platform, you can visit LaticiaNicole.com. And I do want to, while we're here, I want to shout out this book just went bestseller in 3 different categories. I believe it was like yesterday. I got the message on this morning. And so I just want to just shout out Healing Toxic Habits and all the amazing women and men that are going to be getting these books that we're talking about on today, and transforming your mind so you can transform your life. All right, that Dr. Dyer. Right. And so again, thank you so much. I'm gonna get myself together and ready because I'm gonna be up for the next hour. Y'all keep me in your prayers as well, because this is what it's about, helping people that don't always look like us, right? And so you got people out there that's looking for you while you're getting over you, boo, while you're getting unstuck, while you're getting unafraid. They're looking for you to tell your story so they can follow you and support you like we just all did for you. All right. And I'm going to get that book, me too. I'm
Oh,
going to get it.
I appreciate you. You're amazing. Thank
So
you so
I
much.
appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you, Rick. And thank you, Red. And thank you. You had so many guests on here today that were that was just supporting you. And as she said, good night, my loves.
Good night, my loves. Thank you, Ray, for being on.
All right. And peace and blessings. Again, my name is Laticia Nicole, and I speak life so that we all may have life more abundantly. Peace and blessings.